Do you struggle to manage the pressures and the stress that life brings? Do you feel as if you're juggling too many things and not enough time for yourself? Do you feel as if your health is declining, as if there's no joy in life anymore? And do you feel as if you're getting more irritable with those people closest to you, with those people that you love? Now, I bet you answered yes to one of these questions. All of my clients do, and I've had over 800 clients here in Singapore alone. I get it, you're stressed. I get it, you're under pressure. But actually, here is the secret. If you keep on doing what you've already done, you will never get new results. So it's time to change. It's time to step forward. It's time to do something new. Hi, my name is Sally and I'm the Managing Director of Soul Centre, Asia's premier centre for personal development. And I'm a medical pharmacist by training. But for many years now, I've been searching all about health, all about healing. And I'm now seen as one of the leading authorities on health and healing. And today I want to share with you some of my secrets. I'm originally from England, and I spent many years there as a successful executive before I moved to Asia, to Thailand, and I opened a chain of pharmacy stores. But I want to share a little bit about my history, because when I was in this executive role, I thought happiness and success was all about the externals of life. So I had the big car, I had the big house, I had the fancy job, I had all the jewelry, I had all the externals. But then one day in 1997, when I was really at the top of my career, something happened which rocked my foundations. And I remember the day very well. It was 6 days before Christmas in 1997. And I was at work and I got a telephone call, and it was my father. And he said, "Sally, there is no easy way to tell you this. Your mother has died." Now, she was young, she was healthy, she was happy, and she had died. And it was so sudden, it was so unexpected. And here I was with all the externals, and the moment I heard this news, it was like an emptiness came into my life. I just put the phone down, I looked at the wall, I just stared at the wall, and I just did not know how to react, how to respond. And it was like an emptiness, a void appeared in my life. And I realized I had all these external things, but I didn't have any internal skills. I didn't have any internal mechanism for how to deal with this news. And it was one of those moments that changed my life forever. So my passion went. I was in a void. It was almost as if this life, this external wonderful life that I had, suddenly wasn't important anymore. And then I just went into this emptiness for months and months, and I was really trying to understand more about life. And then out of the blue, the company I worked for, they said to me, "Look, Sally, we're expanding internationally. We want you to go to Asia. Why don't you go and open the stores in Asia?" So I did that, and I did that for a number of years. And that was great, and that was fun, and we were opening stores and we were giving people jobs. But then after 3 years, the company said, "Look, come back to England and downsize the corporate company." And those people that work in the corporate world, this means we're going to make people redundant. So again, it was one of those moments when I knew that this wasn't what I had to do with my life. My heart felt empty. So I quit my job after 18 years in senior management roles. And I decided that this wasn't what I was going to do with my life. So I brought myself back to Asia, and I wanted to do something more meaningful and give back. So I actually took a year out and I opened an orphanage in Chiang Mai in Thailand. And whilst I was there, whilst I was working with the Hill Tribe people and the local people, I realized that they had no access to any medicine, and yet they could heal themselves. And remember, I'm a medical pharmacist by training. And so I found this really quite interesting, that these people there in the hills, they had no medicine, yet they could heal themselves. But there we were in England, as soon as we fall sick, we'd run and we'd grab the paracetamol or the aspirin or the Nurofen, and we'd take tablets to cure ourselves. So when I witnessed this, when I saw this myself, it took me on this journey to start to understand the mind, the body, health and healing. And how is it that we can heal ourselves? So for the past 20 years, I've been on this journey, learning everything I can about health, healing, the mind and the body. And I've learned things like meditation. I've learned things like Chinese metaphysics. I've learned things like Japanese shiatsu. I've learned things like Reiki. And what I found is Reiki is one of these modalities, one of these healings that is so easy to learn. And it can take you from stress to happiness. It can take you from sickness to health. It can take you from frustration to joy. And it's very easy and it's very simple to learn. And I've trained over 800 people now just here in Singapore. My youngest was 6 years old and my oldest was 86 years old. And what I've discovered is everybody can learn it. Everybody sees the benefits immediately, and it is so easy to learn. I've seen so many transformations with Reiki, and every morning when I wake up and I check my emails, it's always a joy because there's always somebody writing and saying, "Hey Sally, this has happened," or "My health has improved in this way." It's always really exciting. And people benefit on so many levels. So physical, for example, people with eczema have had massive improvements. People with asthma, people with cancer, people with pain, people with diabetes, people with back problems. All of these things, people have seen massive improvements after learning. And then on an emotional and a mental level, if you're angry, if you're frustrated, or if you're always living in the past, then these sort of things move away. So it works with everybody. I've taught over 800 people. I've taught mums, I've taught dads, I've taught lawyers, I've taught bankers, I've taught doctors, I've taught people who are going to use it on horses because they own horses. I've taught all spectrum, everybody and anybody. I've taught all religions. Everybody from different walks of life have come and learnt with me. And one thing that I know is it's very easy to learn. It's very simple to learn. It works with everybody. And what people say to me is, "Sally, I wish I'd learnt this earlier." That's the one thing everybody says, because it's almost like you've got a first aid kit in your hand. And what starts to happen is one person learns, maybe the wife, then the husband will come, then the children will come, then the mother will come, then the father will come, and even the helpers come, because everybody sees the benefit in Reiki. It's really amazing. So now it's your turn. I really want to share this with you. And what I say to my clients is the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So I want you to come, I want you to experience it, I want you to meet me, and I want you to feel this amazing energy and to understand how you can use it in your life.